This is a journey beyond the boundaries of who you thought you were. These words are not here to gently guide you. They are here to dissolve the very identity you cling to, shattering the illusion of who you believe yourself to be. Every syllable, every pulse of sound is a force that will collapse the walls you have built around your sense of self faster than you can grasp. This isn't transformation as you've come to understand it. No, this is annihilation of the old, the unmasking of the false self you've hidden behind for so long. And with each revelation, you'll discover that the person you thought you were was never real in the first place. The truth you're about to encounter will leave you breathless, standing in the silent space of your own becoming. The world you've known is about to dissolve. As you listen, know that everything you've believed yourself to be will be undone. You are not merely evolving, you are being erased, remade, and reborn. Step into this reality now. What you encounter here is not for the faint of heart, but for those who dare to listen. This will change everything. Before we proceed, affirm your readiness to the universe. Speak aloud, "I am ready." Let that intention rip through your old self. Chapter 1. The Illusion of Identity. You have been taught to believe in the story of who you are. Your name, your history, your roles. These things shape the persona you cling to, the person you see in the mirror each day. But what if all of it is a lie? What if the person you think you are is nothing more than a collection of borrowed thoughts and experiences that have no true foundation? The identity you have built for yourself is not who you are. It is a mask, and behind that mask lies a truth so profound, so undeniable, that you have kept it buried for fear of what it might reveal. You have believed yourself to be a person, an individual with specific qualities, a unique set of circumstances, desires, and fears. But this belief is the very prison that binds you to the illusion of separation, keeping you in a limited, fragmented view of existence. In this moment, I invite you to peel back the layers of this mask. Let the facade dissolve piece by piece and witness the emptiness beneath. The person you think you are, the one who has struggled, who has achieved, who has loved and lost, was never real. It was a projection of the mind, a story created by your thoughts, built from fragments of experiences that you have identified with. These stories are not you. They are just stories. You have carried the weight of these stories for so long that they have become part of your very essence, woven into the fabric of your being. But as you listen to these words, you will begin to feel the very foundation of your identity start to crack. The walls you have built around yourself are not made of solid stone. They are made of beliefs, and beliefs are malleable. They can be shattered, and when they are, the truth will rush in to fill the empty space. What if I told you that you have never been the person you think you are? That the thoughts you've identified with, the roles you've played, the relationships you've nurtured, none of it defines you. Beneath the mask of identity is something far more profound, an infinite, unchanging essence that has always been and always will be. This essence is not bound by time or space, by gender or race, by success or failure. It is beyond all labels, beyond all the stories that have kept you trapped in the cycle of seeking and striving. You are not the person who fears failure. You are not the person who seeks approval. You are not the person who lives in the shadow of the past, constantly replaying old memories in your mind. These are just stories you've attached to. But the truth is that you are none of these things. What you have come to know as you is nothing more than a character in the dream of your mind. It is the role you've been playing, but it is not your true essence. When you remove the story, when you dissolve the identity that you have built, you will find that what remains is not a person at all. What remains is pure consciousness, vast, eternal, and free. The moment you realize this, everything shifts. The grip of identity loosens, and you begin to see yourself for what you truly are, an expression of the infinite, a wave rising from the vast ocean of consciousness. And just like a wave, you rise, you fall, and then you dissolve back into the whole. You are not separate from the ocean. You are the ocean experiencing itself through the wave. This is where the transformation begins. You have lived your entire life with the belief that you are a separate individual, a singular entity with a past and a future, with desires and fears. But all of this is an illusion. Your identity as you know it is an illusion that has kept you bound in the prison of the mind. It has kept you trapped in the cycle of wanting, needing, and fearing. But now, as you listen to these words, you are beginning to remember who you truly are. A vast, limitless presence, beyond time, beyond form, beyond the stories of the self. Your old identity, the person you thought you were, is not real. It is a construct built from the beliefs you've held about yourself, from the expectations placed upon you by society, by family, by your own mind. But none of it is real. None of it defines you. You are the witness to it all, the consciousness that observes the ever-changing play of life. As you let go of the story, as you step away from the narrative of who you are, you will begin to see that your true essence is not something you need to search for. It is what you already are. You are not searching for yourself because you were never lost. You are the space in which the entire universe unfolds. You are the awareness through which all experience arises. This realization may be unsettling at first, for the identity you have clung to for so long is all you have ever known. It may feel as though you are losing yourself, but in reality, you are not losing anything. You are simply shedding the false self, the illusion of separateness, and stepping into the truth of who you have always been. And once you step into this truth, you will see the world in a completely different light. You will see that all along you have been the creator, the observer, and the creation. So, as you continue on this journey, remember this. You are not the person you think you are. You are not the story you have believed in. You are the space in which all stories unfold. The truth of who you are is not something you need to find. It is something you are awakening to. And when you awaken to this truth, everything in your life will shift. The world will no longer seem like a place where you must fight and struggle to belong. It will become a playground for your infinite potential, a mirror reflecting back the essence of who you truly are. Now, as you listen, feel the walls of your old identity begin to crumble. Let go of the stories, the roles, the labels. Allow yourself to dissolve into the vastness of your true being, knowing that what remains is not the person you thought you were, but something far more expansive. You are the universe, dreaming itself into being. Chapter 2. The Cage of Comfort. Comfort is the greatest trap you have ever known. It lures you in with its soft promises of ease and safety, convincing you that it is a sanctuary when, in fact, it is the very thing keeping you imprisoned. You have mistaken comfort for freedom, but it is not freedom. It is merely a cushion that dulls your senses, numbs your potential, and locks you within the narrow confines of what you believe is possible. Comfort whispers, "This is enough. You don't need to change. You don't need to grow. Stay here where it's familiar, where everything is known." But listen closely. This voice is the voice of fear. Fear of the unknown, fear of the unfamiliar, fear of the vast, uncharted territory that lies beyond the walls you have built around yourself. And so, you remain in your cage, believing that comfort is your ally, when in truth, it is your captor. You've built your life within these walls, stacking one layer of safety upon another. You've surrounded yourself with routines, with people, with things that reinforce the illusion of security. But in reality, your comfort zone is nothing but a mirage, a fragile structure that holds you back from the true power that lies within you. The longer you stay within these walls, the more you forget that you are capable of breaking free, of expanding into the infinite possibilities that await you outside. Do you feel it? The subtle discomfort that has been growing within you, the deep, nagging sense that there is more to life than what you've been allowing yourself to experience. This is not a coincidence. This is the universe calling you, nudging you toward the edge of your comfort zone, urging you to step into the unknown and claim the life that has always been waiting for you. But here's the truth you've been avoiding. The moment you step out of your comfort zone, everything changes. The familiar will begin to fall away, and the unknown will rise to meet you, offering you a new path, a new way of being. It is in the unknown that you will discover your true self, not the self you have clung to for so long, but the boundless, fearless, infinite being that is waiting to be expressed through you. As you venture beyond your comfort zone, you will encounter resistance. This resistance is not a sign that you are on the wrong path. It is the very force that keeps you tethered to the past, to the version of yourself that is afraid to evolve. But resistance is not your enemy. It is your teacher. It is showing you the places within you that still need to be healed, the beliefs that still need to be released, the old patterns that no longer serve your highest good. And as you face these resistances head-on, you will break free from the chains of your old identity. You have become so accustomed to the comfort of your current life that you've forgotten what it feels like to truly live. Living is not about staying in a safe, predictable box. Living is about expansion, about stepping into the unknown with courage, and about embracing the uncertainty that comes with every new step you take. The discomfort you feel when you step outside of your comfort zone is not something to fear. It is the very spark of life itself. Look at the way nature works. Everything is in constant motion, constantly evolving, constantly expanding. Nothing in nature stays stagnant, for stagnation is the precursor to decay. The trees grow toward the sky, the rivers carve through the earth, the stars continue their eternal dance across the cosmos. There is no comfort in nature. There is only the relentless pull of growth, the urge to expand beyond what is known and familiar. And so it must be with you. You were never meant to stay in one place, to stagnate in the comfortable spaces you've created for yourself. You were born to grow, to stretch beyond the limitations of your old self, to experience life in its fullest, most expansive form. The only thing holding you back is your attachment to comfort, to the safety of what is known. But once you release that attachment, once you embrace the discomfort of change, you will find yourself in the flow of life itself, moving with the currents, guided by a force far greater than the illusion of safety you once believed in. It's time to recognize that comfort is not your friend. It has been your greatest enemy, keeping you small, keeping you trapped in a life that is far beneath your true potential. The moment you step out of your comfort zone, the moment you break free from the cage you have created, everything will begin to shift. The universe will respond to your courage with abundance, with opportunities, with experiences that will show you who you really are. Do not be afraid of the unknown. Do not be afraid of the discomfort that comes with change. This discomfort is a sign of growth, a sign that you are on the verge of something greater than you have ever known. When you step into the unknown, you will step into the truth of who you are, an infinite being capable of creating a life far beyond your current imagination. The life you have been living up until now is not all there is. It is simply a reflection of the comfort you've allowed yourself to remain in. But the moment you choose to expand, the moment you decide to embrace the unknown, you will discover a new world, a world where anything is possible, where you are not limited by the small self you have believed yourself to be. So take that step. Step out of the cage. Step into the discomfort. Embrace the unknown, for it is here that your true power lies. Let go of the need for comfort and allow yourself to be guided by the infinite force of creation that is already moving within you. When you do, you will discover that the discomfort you once feared is the very thing that will set you free. Chapter 3. Dissolving the Mask. You have worn a mask for so long that you no longer remember who you are without it. Every morning you put it on, delicately, carefully, making sure it fits just right. You wear it when you greet the world, when you move through your day, when you interact with others. It has become so natural, so intertwined with your sense of self, that you forget it is just a mask. And yet, behind it lies the truth of who you really are. The mask you wear is not your true self. It is a constructed version of you, designed to fit into the expectations of the world, the people around you, and even yourself. It is an identity created to survive, to protect, to conform. It is an image you project outwardly to hide the parts of you that you've been taught to fear, to suppress, and to deny. But this mask is not only hiding you from others, it is hiding you from yourself. The more you identify with the mask, the further you drift from the truth of who you are. You become so entangled in the role you're playing that you lose touch with the essence beneath. The more you wear the mask, the more you forget that you are not the persona it creates. Behind the mask is freedom, but it can only be accessed when you are willing to face the discomfort of removing it. And yet, most of your life has been spent building layers upon layers of this mask, each one designed to shield you from vulnerability, from truth, from the parts of yourself that have been buried under the weight of expectation. You've created a life built on the illusion of safety, and the mask has become the perfect camouflage for the fear of being seen for who you truly are. What would happen if you took it off? What would it feel like to stand in the fullness of your own being, without the persona, without the role? What if the real you was so much greater than the character you've been playing? To remove the mask requires an act of courage. It means stepping into the unknown, facing the rawness of your true self, and accepting that the world may no longer recognize you once the mask is gone. But it is only by shedding this illusion that you will be able to step into your true power. The mask has kept you bound to the past, tied to an identity that is not yours, and yet you have clung to it out of habit, out of fear of what you might find beneath it. The mask you wear is not the real you. It is the version of you that the world has shaped, that your mind has constructed. It is not who you were born to be, but who you've been taught to be. You have played the role so convincingly, so perfectly, that you have come to believe it is your true identity. But behind the mask, there is a vastness, an emptiness that is not a void but a space of pure potential. This space is the real you, the you that has always been, the you that has never been defined by roles, labels, or expectations. When you remove the mask, you will be left with only this raw, unfiltered essence, which is not bound by the limitations of the self you have known. This is the beginning of your awakening. It is the moment when the illusion of separation dissolves, when you step into the space of your own authenticity. There is no longer a need to pretend, to uphold a false image, to keep up appearances. The truth is that the real you has always been there, waiting beneath the surface, waiting for you to remember. What you are about to experience is not just a shedding of identity. It is a release from the very structure that has kept you confined to a life that no longer serves you. The mask has allowed you to survive, but survival is not living. Living is embracing the fullness of who you are, without the constraints of fear or the need for approval. It is allowing yourself to be seen in your raw, unrefined state, knowing that this is where your true power lies. You may feel the urge to put the mask back on, to return to the comfort of the known, the familiar. But recognize this: every time you go back to the mask, you are choosing limitation over expansion. You are choosing safety over freedom. The mask is the only thing standing between you and your true self, and every time you let it slip, you move closer to the truth of who you are meant to be. The truth is that the world does not need the mask you wear. The world needs you, the real you, the raw, untamed, unfiltered you that is not bound by the limitations of your past, your fears, or your old stories. The world is waiting for the version of you that has been hiding, waiting for you to step into your power and let go of the need for approval, for validation, for safety. There is no need to pretend anymore. You do not need to protect yourself from the world or from the truth of who you are. The moment you let go of the mask, you will find that the world opens up to you in ways you never imagined. Your true essence will shine, and everything in your life will begin to align with this newfound authenticity. It's time to stop hiding. It's time to stop playing the part that others expect you to play. It's time to stand in the truth of who you are, in the fullness of your own being, without apology, without fear. The mask you have worn for so long no longer serves you. It has kept you small, kept you hiding, kept you from living the life you were meant to live. As you let the mask slip away, you will step into a new reality, one where you are no longer defined by external expectations or the roles you've played. You will be free to be who you truly are, to live from the space of your own truth, to create a life that reflects the vastness of your own potential. Behind the mask, you will find the freedom you have always sought. Let go of the illusion and step into the truth of who you are. The world is waiting for you to be seen, and the real you, without the mask, is more than enough. It is everything. Chapter 4. The Struggle to Hold On. You've been holding on for so long, haven't you? Holding on to what you thought was yours, your identity, your comfort, your past. Each grip is a lifeline, a belief that this is who you are, that this is what defines you. But deep within, there is a quiet knowing that what you're holding on to is not serving you, that the tighter you cling, the more you sink into the very thing you are trying to escape. The struggle to hold on is not one of strength, but of fear. Fear of what will happen if you let go. Fear of what it might mean if you step into the unknown, if you release the stories you've clung to, if you allow yourself to be free. You have convinced yourself that you need to hold tight to the past, to the person you once were, to the life you've built. But all the while, life is moving around you, urging you to release, to flow, to trust. What is it that you are holding on to so desperately? Is it the familiar pain, the known suffering? Or is it the image of yourself that you have created and nurtured for so long, even when it no longer aligns with your truth? The struggle to hold on is a form of self-imprisonment. It is a refusal to accept the fact that what you've outgrown is no longer serving the highest vision for your life. It is the resistance to change, to growth, to stepping into the unknown. But here's the truth. When you struggle to hold on, you are actually holding yourself back. Every time you cling to something, whether it be a belief, a past experience, or a sense of identity, you are preventing yourself from moving forward. It's as if you are grasping onto a rock in the middle of a river, not realizing that the current is trying to carry you to new shores, to a new reality. The rock is not your anchor, it is your chain. This is where the paradox lies. The very thing you are struggling to hold on to is the thing keeping you stuck. The fear of loss, the fear of change, the fear of the unknown. All of these fears create the illusion that holding on is necessary for survival. But in truth, survival does not come from holding on. It comes from letting go. When you finally release your grip, when you stop fighting the flow of life, you will find that everything you thought you were holding on to was never really yours to begin with. It was simply an attachment, a belief, a mental construct that you created to shield yourself from the discomfort of growth. In reality, you are not meant to hold on to anything. You are meant to flow, to be in constant motion, to trust that life will provide exactly what you need when you release control. The universe is not working against you. It is working through you. Every moment is an invitation to let go, to surrender to the process of creation, to trust that what is meant for you will find its way to you when you stop clinging so tightly. The more you release, the more you create space for the new to enter your life. The more you let go of who you were, the more you become who you are meant to be. This struggle you're facing, the constant need to hold on, is the ego's last attempt to maintain control. The ego thrives in certainty, in the familiar, in the known. It fears the unknown, the uncertain, the formless. But you are not the ego. You are the awareness behind it. The ego is just a temporary construct, a tool for navigating the physical world, but it does not define you. The real you is formless, infinite and free. The more you hold on to the ego's beliefs, the more you reinforce its power over you. The more you fight to stay in the safety of the known, the more you prevent yourself from stepping into the vastness of who you truly are. When you let go, when you stop struggling to hold on, you step into a life that is free from limitation, free from fear, free from the confines of what you thought was possible. You may resist letting go, and that resistance is natural. The ego will cling to what it knows because it believes it is protecting you. But it is only protecting the old, the comfortable, the familiar. It is not protecting the truth of who you are, which lies beyond the ego's control. The truth of who you are is not bound by time, by identity, by past experiences. It is free, untethered, and infinite. So, how do you begin to release the struggle? How do you begin to let go of the things that no longer serve you? The first step is awareness. Awareness that you are holding on, that you are resisting change, that you are afraid to step into the unknown. Once you are aware of the struggle, you can choose to surrender to it. Surrender is not defeat, it is freedom. It is the willingness to trust that the universe will guide you, that life will unfold in its perfect timing, and that everything you need will come to you when you release control. Take a deep breath. Feel the weight of what you are holding on to. What is it? A belief? A person? A memory? Feel the resistance in your body, the tension in your mind, and gently begin to release. You don't need to know exactly what will happen next. You don't need to have all the answers. You only need to trust that the process of letting go will lead you to a place far greater than you could have imagined. Every time you release, you create space for new possibilities. Every time you stop struggling to hold on, you open yourself to the flow of life. And in that flow, you will discover a freedom you never thought possible. The struggle to hold on is the very thing that keeps you from experiencing the life you were meant to live. Let it go. Let the river carry you, and trust that you will be guided to the shores of your highest potential. This is not a process of loss, it is a process of expansion. When you let go, you make room for everything you have ever wanted. Release the struggle, release the need to control, and allow yourself to be carried by the current of life. What you are holding on to will soon reveal itself to have been a mere stepping stone on your journey to becoming who you truly are. Chapter 5. The Void Before Rebirth. In the quiet spaces between moments, in the spaces between breaths, there lies a vast emptiness. It is not the emptiness you fear, but the emptiness you must embrace to truly awaken. For in this void, you are not lost, you are becoming. In the stillness, everything you once knew will dissolve, and from this dissolution, you will emerge into something new. This is the sacred pause before rebirth. The void is the space of nothingness, but it is also the space of infinite potential. It is where the old self dissolves, where all the beliefs, the fears, the identities that have bound you for so long begin to fade away. It may feel like a loss, but it is not. It is a shedding, a clearing, a purification of everything that was never truly you. It is the moment when the false self, the self that was created by the stories you've told yourself, falls away and the real you begins to rise. But before the rise, there must be the fall, the collapse of the identity you have held so tightly to. And yes, it will feel like you are falling, like you are losing everything you once knew. The ground beneath your feet may seem to disappear, and the world around you may seem unfamiliar, chaotic, uncertain. But this is the necessary part of the process. To be reborn, you must first let go of the old. To awaken, you must first surrender to the unknown. It is in the void, in the space of uncertainty, that you are given the opportunity to create yourself anew. This is not a process of adding to who you are, but of stripping away everything that is not you. In this emptiness, you are free from the weight of your past, free from the stories you've believed, free from the judgments and expectations that have shaped your life. The only thing left is you, in your purest form, waiting to step into your true power. But this moment of emptiness, of void, is not to be feared. It is to be welcomed. For in the void, there are no limits, no restrictions, no definitions. It is the space where your true essence can emerge, unencumbered by the masks and roles you have worn. It is the space where you reconnect with your soul, with the infinite potential that lies within you. You have been living your life based on the stories of who you thought you were. These stories have shaped your choices, your relationships, your fears, and your desires. But the truth is, these stories are not you. They are merely the narratives you have constructed to make sense of your world. When the stories fall away, what remains is not empty. It is everything. The void is not a place of nothingness. It is a place of everything that has yet to be realized. As you enter this void, remember that there is no need to fear the uncertainty. In this space, you are not lost. You are being found. You are being restored to your truest nature, to the essence of who you were always meant to be. The old identity, the one you have struggled so hard to hold on to, is not your destiny. It is a temporary construct, a chapter in the story of your life. But the story is not over. In fact, it is only just beginning. When you let go of the past, when you release the grip on who you thought you were, you create space for a new self to emerge. This is not a self that is created through effort, through struggle, through striving. No, this is a self that arises naturally, effortlessly, from the void. It is the self that has always been within you, waiting to be recognized, waiting to be expressed. And so, in this void, there is freedom. Freedom from the past, freedom from the stories, freedom from the expectations. There is only you, pure and untainted, ready to step into the life that is waiting for you. The rebirth is not about becoming someone else. It is about remembering who you already are, beneath the layers of conditioning, beneath the identities you have built. Trust the process of dissolution. Trust the emptiness. Know that what feels like loss is in fact your greatest gift. The void is the space of new creation, the space where your true self can rise from the ashes of the old. You are not losing anything. You are gaining everything. The space between who you were and who you are becoming may feel uncomfortable, and that discomfort is simply the sign of transformation at work. You are not meant to stay in this place of uncertainty forever. You are meant to rise, to evolve, to become the fullest expression of yourself. And as you move through the void, you will emerge from it stronger, clearer, more aligned with your true essence than ever before. The void is not your enemy, it is your teacher. It is the place where everything that is not you falls away, and what remains is the truth of who you are. It is the moment before your rebirth, the space between death and life, the pause before the next great expansion. Let go. Surrender to the void. In doing so, you will be reborn, not into someone new, but into the truest version of yourself, free from the weight of the past, free to create a life that reflects the infinite potential within you. The void is not the end, it is the beginning of everything. Chapter 6. Reclaiming your true power. There is a power within you that has always been there, a force so immense that it cannot be contained by the limits of the stories you have told about yourself. It is not a power you need to seek, nor is it something you must earn. It is the very essence of who you are, waiting to be awakened from the depths of your being. The truth is, you have always had access to this power, but it has been obscured by the layers of fear, doubt, and illusion that you've built around yourself. Now, it's time to strip away these layers and reclaim your true power. You have been taught to believe that power is something external, something you must strive for or acquire. But true power is not found in the outside world. It is not found in titles, possessions, or achievements. True power resides within you, in your consciousness, in your ability to create, to choose, to align with the flow of life itself. It is not a power that is given to you. It is a power that you remember, that you recognize as your birthright. But the question is, why have you not been living in this power? Why have you allowed yourself to remain disconnected from the immense force that flows through your being? The answer is simple. Fear. Fear of stepping into your greatness. Fear of what might happen if you truly embrace your own power. You have been afraid of what others might think, of how the world might react, of the vulnerability that comes with owning who you truly are. But here's the truth. Fear is not your enemy. Fear is simply a shadow of the ego, a mechanism designed to keep you in your comfort zone, to prevent you from stepping into the fullness of who you are. Fear has kept you small, kept you safe, kept you playing small roles in a world that has been begging you to shine. But now, as you awaken to the truth of your own power, you will begin to see that fear is merely a byproduct of the ego's need to control, to stay in the familiar. To reclaim your true power, you must face your fear, not as an obstacle, but as a sign that you are about to step into a new level of consciousness. The more you face the fear, the more you will realize that it holds no real power over you. Fear only has power when you give it power. When you choose to step into the unknown, when you choose to trust yourself and the universe, fear dissolves, leaving only the truth of who you are. You are not powerless. You are not a victim of circumstances. You are not bound by your past, your mistakes, or the opinions of others. You are a powerful creator, capable of shaping your reality with the choices you make. The moment you begin to recognize your own power, you will see that the world around you begins to shift. The more you step into this power, the more the universe will respond to your energy. You will begin to see opportunities open up, doors that were once closed swing wide open, and synchronicities that guide you toward your highest path. The real question is not how to find power, it's how to remember it. You have forgotten your own strength, your own brilliance, your own ability to manifest your desires. But now, as you read these words, you are beginning to awaken to the truth of who you are. You are not the person you have believed yourself to be. You are not the person who has been playing small, hiding behind excuses, or waiting for permission. You are a force of creation, a divine being capable of infinite possibilities. To reclaim your true power, you must first release the stories that have kept you limited. You must let go of the beliefs that have kept you small, the patterns that have kept you stuck. You must release the need for approval, the need for validation, the need for external circumstances to dictate your sense of worth. Your power comes from within, not from the world around you. It is time to stop seeking validation from others and start validating yourself. You are enough. You always have been. As you let go of these limiting beliefs, you will begin to feel a shift. It will start small, perhaps a whisper of clarity, a moment of peace. But as you continue to align with your true power, the shift will become undeniable. You will begin to see that the only thing holding you back was your own perception of yourself. You have been living in a world of limitations that were never truly real. And now, as you awaken to your true power, the world around you will begin to shift in response. The process of reclaiming your power is not about force. It is about surrender. It is about allowing yourself to be who you truly are, without apology, without fear. It is about stepping into your life with confidence, knowing that you are the creator of your reality and trusting that the universe will support you as you move forward. The more you align with your true power, the more life will flow with you rather than against you. So let go of the fear. Let go of the stories that have kept you small. Let go of the need to control and step into the truth of who you are. You are not a passive observer of life. You are an active participant, a creator, a force of nature. Your power is not something that you need to seek or acquire. It is already within you, waiting to be awakened. You have everything you need to live the life you desire. The moment you recognize your own power, the world will begin to shift in alignment with your intentions. Trust yourself, trust the process, and most importantly, trust that you are capable of creating a reality that reflects the greatness of who you truly are. Reclaim your power and watch as the universe unfolds to meet you in your highest potential. Chapter 7. The Sacred Dance of Trust. There is a force in the universe that moves everything into its rightful place, a current of energy that flows through all things, guiding and shaping reality. It is the same force that carries the river to the sea, the wind through the trees, and the stars across the night sky. This force is trust. It is the underlying rhythm of the universe, the pulse that connects all things. Yet, you have lived your life resisting it. You've been trying to control, trying to manipulate, trying to force things to unfold according to your plan. But what if I told you that true power lies not in control but in surrender? True power is found in the sacred dance of trust. You have been taught that in order to succeed you must strive, hustle, and fight. That power comes through effort and force. But what if this belief is the very thing that is holding you back from the life you desire? What if you didn't need to struggle, didn't need to fight, didn't need to force anything? What if you simply allowed life to unfold, knowing that the universe has always been conspiring in your favor? Trust is not a passive act. It is an active decision, a conscious choice to release the need for control and to align yourself with the flow of life. It is the willingness to step into the unknown without knowing exactly where the path will lead, knowing that you are supported every step of the way. When you trust, you stop resisting the natural order of things. You stop fighting against the current and instead begin to flow with it. This trust is not about blind faith or passive surrender. It is about recognizing that there is a greater intelligence at work in your life, one that is far beyond your limited perspective. The universe knows the bigger picture. It knows what you need, when you need it, and how to deliver it in the most perfect way. Your job is not to figure it all out. Your job is to trust that everything is happening for your highest good, even when you can't see the way forward. When you trust, you are saying, I let go. I release my attachment to the outcome, and I allow life to unfold as it will. It is in this moment of release that the magic happens. It is when you stop trying to control every aspect of your life that you make space for something greater to enter. The universe cannot work with you when you are clinging to the old, to what you think should happen. But when you trust, you open yourself to infinite possibilities. Trust is the willingness to let go of fear and embrace uncertainty. It is the courage to step into the unknown, knowing that the universe will catch you. It is the act of surrendering your need for certainty and embracing the mystery of life. This is where true freedom lies. The more you trust, the more you will see how the universe begins to align with your desires, how things fall into place with effortless ease. When you trust, the universe will begin to mirror that trust, reflecting back opportunities, synchronicities, and guidance that align perfectly with your path. It's important to remember that trust does not mean inaction. It does not mean sitting back and waiting for things to happen. Trust means taking inspired action, but without attachment to the outcome. It means stepping forward with faith, even when you can't see the entire path. It means knowing that every step you take is leading you exactly where you need to be, even if you can't fully understand the process. Look at nature. The tree does not question the process of growth. It trusts the soil, the rain, the sunlight, and the seasons. It knows that in time, it will reach its full potential. The river does not question the current. It moves with it, knowing that it will find its way to the sea. In the same way, you must trust the flow of your own life, knowing that you will be guided to where you need to go. Trust is not about control. It is about letting go of the need to know how everything will unfold, and trusting that the universe has a plan that is far greater than anything you could have imagined. It is the willingness to step into the unknown with faith, knowing that what is meant for you will find its way to you, as long as you align with it. In the dance of trust, you are not a passive observer. You are an active participant. You move with the rhythm of life, allowing yourself to be guided by the divine flow. The more you trust, the more you will feel the support of the universe beneath you, lifting you, carrying you, guiding you. You will begin to see that there is no need to fight, no need to struggle, no need to control. All you need to do is trust. Let go of the need for certainty. Let go of the need for control. Step into the dance of trust and allow life to lead you to where you are meant to go. When you trust, the universe will meet you with open arms, guiding you to the life you were always meant to live. It is time to trust, let go, and let life unfold in all its perfect, miraculous beauty. Chapter 8. The Infinite Flow of Gratitude. Gratitude is not merely a practice, it is a frequency, a vibration that holds the power to shift your entire reality. It is the thread that weaves abundance into your life, the key that unlocks doors of limitless possibility. Yet, you have been conditioned to see gratitude as an obligation, a fleeting moment of thanks that comes and goes with the passing of days. But what if I told you that when you truly embody gratitude, it becomes the force that attracts all that you desire? You see, the universe operates on a simple yet profound law. What you focus on expands. What you give your energy to, you invite more of. Gratitude is the doorway through which abundance flows. It is the very essence of what makes you magnetic to everything you seek: love, wealth, success, peace. But when you focus on lack, on what's missing, you inadvertently close that door, shutting out the very energy you wish to receive. Gratitude, when deeply felt and embodied, shifts your energetic frequency to one of abundance. It is not about counting blessings in a mechanical way. It's about feeling the richness of each moment, truly understanding that everything you have, everything you are, is a gift. When you feel the depth of gratitude in your heart, you align yourself with the infinite flow of the universe. You stop resisting what's coming to you, and instead, you begin to receive it with open arms. But too often, you are caught in the cycle of not enough. You look at your life through the lens of scarcity. Scarcity of time, money, love, opportunity. This mindset, built on the illusion that something is always missing, keeps you trapped in a loop of lack. You cannot attract abundance from a place of scarcity. You cannot manifest greatness when you are focused on what you don't have. To shift this, you must realign your focus. Gratitude is your tool for this transformation. When you express gratitude, truly, deeply express it, you change your internal state. You step away from the stories of what's wrong, from the constant list of what's yet to be achieved, and instead, you shift your focus to what is already here. The air you breathe, the sunlight on your skin, the love of those around you, the food on your plate. These simple, everyday moments hold the power to elevate your entire life. When you see the beauty in these small moments, you open yourself to the vastness of what is available to you. It is through gratitude that you create space for more to flow into your life. The more you appreciate the present, the more you find yourself surrounded by even more things to be grateful for. The universe responds to your vibration. When you align with the frequency of gratitude, it expands, and with it comes a cascade of abundance, unexpected opportunities, new connections, the manifestation of desires that you had almost forgotten about. But gratitude is not just about what you have, it is about what is coming. It is about trusting that everything you need is already on its way. When you are truly in a state of gratitude, you send a message to the universe that you are ready, that you are open to receiving. You stop clinging to the past, to what was, and instead, you open your arms to the infinite possibilities of what is yet to come. The moment you step into this vibration, you begin to see that the universe is not withholding anything from you. It is always giving, always moving, always offering. It is your ability to receive that determines how much you are able to bring into your life. And gratitude is the key to this receiving. It is the acknowledgement that what is already in your life is more than enough. When you realize this, when you truly feel the depth of gratitude for what you already have, you begin to see your world shift. You begin to notice that the more you give thanks, the more you receive. The more you express appreciation, the more life responds with love, joy, and abundance. Gratitude is not a fleeting thought. It is a state of being. It is a way of living, a way of moving through the world that invites miracles. So, start small. Look around you and notice the things you might have taken for granted. Notice the warmth of the sun, the sound of a child's laughter, the beauty of a flower in bloom. Let yourself feel the deep well of gratitude for these things. Then begin to expand it. Appreciate everything, the good and the so-called bad, for each moment holds the potential for growth. Gratitude is not just a feeling, it is a way of living, a way of seeing the world. When you embody it, you align yourself with the abundance of the universe, and as you continue to practice this sacred art, you will find that your life transforms in ways you never thought possible. Let gratitude be your guide, and watch as the universe begins to unfold in your favor. The more you give thanks, the more you will receive, for the infinite flow of gratitude has the power to change everything. Chapter 9. The Power of Unseen Support. You have been walking this path alone, haven't you? Believing that every step you take, every decision you make, must be done in isolation, that you must shoulder the weight of your journey by yourself. But what if I told you that you are never alone? What if I told you that the universe has been supporting you every step of the way? Unseen, unacknowledged, yet always present. The truth is, there is a powerful force guiding you, lifting you, and orchestrating the events of your life. All you need to do is open your eyes to it. The support you seek is not distant, not something you need to earn. It is already here, woven into the fabric of your existence. Every breath you take, every moment you experience, is a testament to this invisible assistance. The very fact that you exist, that you are alive in this moment, is proof that you are supported by a force far greater than you can comprehend. You see, the universe does not operate in isolation. It is interconnected, a vast web of energy and consciousness, constantly shifting and realigning in perfect harmony. Every person you meet, every opportunity that arises, every moment of synchronicity, these are not coincidences. They are the subtle whispers of universal support, guiding you toward your highest good, even when you cannot see the way forward. But too often, you get caught in the illusion of separation. You believe that you must struggle alone, that you must fight and force your way through life. This belief in isolation keeps you disconnected from the very support that is always available to you. You forget that you are part of something much larger than yourself, part of a vast, infinite web of connection that is constantly working in your favor. When you begin to acknowledge this unseen support, everything changes. You stop fighting, stop striving, and begin to trust. You begin to see the hand of the universe at work in your life, guiding you, supporting you, lifting you higher than you could ever go on your own. The truth is that when you align yourself with this support, you move with the current of life instead of against it. You step into a flow that takes you exactly where you need to go, without resistance, without struggle. The unseen support is not always obvious. It doesn't always come in the form of tangible help or visible solutions. Sometimes it arrives as a quiet knowing, a gut feeling, a sudden inspiration. Sometimes it comes as a person crossing your path at just the right moment, offering you the guidance you need. Other times, it may appear as a challenge or obstacle, which in truth is the universe's way of steering you toward growth, teaching you lessons that will ultimately propel you toward your highest potential. This support is always there, but it requires your trust to be recognized. The more you resist the current of life, the more you block the flow of support. When you stop fighting against the universe, when you release your need to control every detail, you make room for miracles to happen. The universe is not a passive observer. It is an active participant in your journey, always working to align you with your highest good. Think of it like the wind. You cannot see the wind, but you can feel its effects. You can see the trees sway, the waves shift, the sailboats move. In the same way, you cannot always see the unseen support, but you can feel its effects in your life. You may not always understand how or why things unfold the way they do, but when you begin to trust, you start to notice the subtle signs, the synchronicities, the moments of perfect timing. These are the invisible hands of the universe, gently guiding you toward your next step. To embrace this unseen support, you must release the illusion of control. Let go of the need to have everything figured out, to have every step planned. Trust that you are being guided, even when the path ahead seems unclear. When you trust, you invite the universe to work through you. You begin to recognize the opportunities, the signs, the nudges that have always been there, waiting for you to notice. You are never alone. The universe has always been here, supporting you, guiding you, lifting you up. All you need to do is trust in that support. Surrender to the flow, align yourself with the universe, and you will see that everything you need is already on its way to you. Trust that the unseen forces of the universe are working in your favor, and allow yourself to be carried toward the life that is waiting for you. Chapter 10. Reality as Relationship. Your reality is not a static backdrop against which your life unfolds. It is not some fixed, rigid structure that you must navigate through, an unchanging landscape that you simply respond to. No, your reality is a living, breathing entity. It is a reflection of your relationship with it. The world around you is a mirror, a direct reflection of how you perceive, how you engage, and how you relate to it. Everything you see, everything you experience, is shaped by the energy you send out, the thoughts you hold, and the beliefs you carry within you. The relationships you have with others, with yourself, and with life itself are not isolated events. They are the very fabric of your reality. The way you perceive your circumstances, the way you interact with the world, determines how the world responds to you. In truth, you are in a relationship with everything, with your job, with money, with your body, with nature, with the people in your life, and most importantly, with yourself. Each of these relationships is an energetic exchange, a dynamic, ever-evolving flow of energy. How you relate to each aspect of your life determines the experience you have of it. If you are at war with your circumstances, your reality reflects that conflict. If you approach life with love, acceptance, and trust, your reality reflects that harmony. Consider the relationships you have with the people in your life. Think about how those relationships mirror your internal state. If you are struggling with conflict, if you are focused on judgment, resentment, or fear, those energies are mirrored back to you by others. But when you shift your internal energy, when you start approaching people from a place of love, compassion, and understanding, your relationships begin to transform. The same principle applies to every area of your life. This is why your relationship with yourself is the foundation of everything. The way you see yourself, the way you treat yourself, the way you talk to yourself, this becomes the blueprint for every other relationship in your life. If you do not love and respect yourself, you cannot expect others to do so. If you criticize and judge yourself, your outer world will reflect this judgment. The key to transforming your relationships with others and with life itself begins with transforming your relationship with yourself. This is the most profound truth. Reality is not something that happens to you, it is something you create. The world is a reflection of your beliefs, your thoughts, and your emotions. It is an energetic mirror, constantly showing you the state of your inner world. When you change your relationship with yourself and with life, you change the reflection in the mirror. You create a new reality, one that aligns with your desires, your dreams, and your highest potential. But the question remains, how do you change these relationships? The first step is to become aware of them. How do you view yourself? How do you view the world? What beliefs are you holding on to that are limiting your experience? Are you seeing life through the lens of lack, scarcity, and fear? Or are you seeing it through the lens of love, abundance, and possibility? Awareness is the first key to transformation. When you see the patterns that are playing out in your life, patterns of judgment, fear, resistance, or lack, you can begin to change them. You can start to shift your perception, to relate to yourself and the world in a new way. This is the moment of power, the moment when you realize that you are not a passive observer of life, but an active participant in its creation. Once you shift your inner relationship with yourself and life, everything around you begins to shift. You will notice that opportunities flow more easily to you, that your relationships become more harmonious, that the challenges you face become stepping stones rather than roadblocks. You will start to see that life is not something that happens to you, but something that happens through you. The most profound relationship you will ever have is the one with yourself. When you begin to treat yourself with love, respect, and compassion, your entire reality begins to reflect that love. The relationship you have with yourself is the foundation upon which all other relationships are built. When you change your inner dialogue, when you start to see yourself as worthy, as whole, as enough, everything in your life will begin to mirror that truth. Your reality is not separate from you. It is an extension of who you are, and how you relate to it determines the experiences you have. The more you align your internal state with love, trust, and acceptance, the more your external world will align with those qualities. So ask yourself, how are you relating to your life right now? How are you relating to yourself? And what changes are you willing to make to transform those relationships? The moment you shift how you engage with the world will shift in response. Your reality is not a fixed structure. It is a dynamic, ever-evolving relationship, and you hold the power to shape it with every thought, belief, and action. Chapter 11. The Field of Allowance. There is a force within you that is always at work, a subtle yet powerful current that flows through your entire being. It is the force of creation itself, the energy that shapes your world, and yet, most of the time, you resist it. You push, you strive, you force things to happen, believing that you must control every outcome in order to manifest your desires. But the truth is, the more you push, the more you block the flow of life. The power you seek is not found in force, it is found in surrender, it is found in the field of allowance. Allowance is the art of trusting the flow, of releasing the need to control every detail, and instead opening yourself to receive what the universe is already bringing to you. It is the act of saying, I am open to whatever comes, and I trust that it is for my highest good. Allowance is not passive. It is a conscious decision to stop resisting, to stop fighting against the natural rhythm of life, and to trust that everything is unfolding exactly as it should. Think of a river. The water does not struggle to flow downstream. It simply allows the current to carry it. It moves with ease, with grace, trusting that the flow will lead it to where it needs to go. The river does not question the current. It simply flows. In the same way, when you allow life to unfold without resistance, you move in alignment with the natural flow of the universe. The more you fight against the current, the harder it becomes. But when you let go, when you release control, you allow the universe to guide you toward your destination with far greater ease. Allowing is not about passivity, it is about being open and receptive. It is about trusting that the universe has a plan for you, even if you cannot see it. When you are in a state of allowance, you no longer try to micromanage your life. You trust that what is meant for you will come to you in the perfect timing, and that the universe is always working in your favor. The more you release the need for control, the more you align with the flow of life, and the more effortlessly your desires will manifest. This does not mean that you simply sit back and do nothing. Allowance is about taking inspired action, but without attachment to the outcome. It is about listening to your intuition, following the guidance that comes from within, and acting in harmony with the universe. It is about being in the moment, fully present, and trusting that the next step will be revealed when it is time. When you allow, you open yourself to the infinite possibilities that the universe is constantly offering you. The universe is not holding anything back. It is always conspiring in your favor. But when you resist, when you try to control, you block the very flow of abundance, love, and opportunity that is available to you. Allowance is the key that unlocks the door to the life you desire. When you open yourself to receive, you allow the universe to deliver exactly what you need, in exactly the way you need it. The more you allow, the more you will experience the effortless flow of life. You will begin to notice that things fall into place without you having to force them. Opportunities arise with ease, relationships deepen, and synchronicities unfold in ways you never could have planned. Allowance is not about letting life happen to you. It is about participating in the flow, trusting that you are supported, and knowing that everything is unfolding perfectly. But to truly experience the power of allowance, you must first release your attachment to the outcome. The more you cling to specific outcomes, the more you limit yourself. The universe has far greater plans for you than you can imagine. But when you hold on too tightly, you close the door to those possibilities. Allowance is about trusting the process, trusting that the universe knows what is best for you, and surrendering the need to control every step along the way. When you allow, you create space for the universe to work through you. You become a conduit for divine creation, moving with the flow of life instead of against it. Allowance is the art of surrendering to the unknown, stepping into the mystery and trusting that every twist and turn of your journey is leading you exactly where you need to go. So let go. Let go of the need to control. Release the resistance and allow life to flow through you. Trust that the universe is supporting you, that everything you need is already on its way. The more you step into the field of allowance, the more you will experience the magic of effortless creation. You are not alone in this journey. The universe is always with you, guiding you, supporting you, and delivering the life you are meant to live. Allow it to unfold. Allow yourself to receive, and watch as everything you've ever dreamed of becomes your reality. Chapter 12. Vibration before vision. Before any dream can manifest, before any vision can take form, there is a subtle energy at play. It is the unseen current that shapes reality, the energetic force that aligns all things in perfect harmony. This energy, this vibration, is what precedes every form. It is what brings your desires into physical existence, long before you can see them with your eyes. And yet, so often you try to create without first aligning your vibration with your vision. You focus on the form, the outcome, the end result, but the real power lies in the vibration you hold within. What you must understand is this: nothing in this world is created without first being felt. Every desire, every manifestation begins as a feeling, a vibration, a wave of energy that you send out into the universe. The physical form follows, but it is the vibration, the emotional essence that draws it to you. Without the right vibration, no matter how clear your vision is, no matter how much effort you put in, your creation will remain out of reach. Everything in the universe is energy. You, your thoughts, your emotions, and the world around you are all vibrating at specific frequencies. These vibrations are constantly interacting with the frequencies around you, creating the reality you experience. When your vibration is aligned with what you desire, you naturally draw it to you. When your vibration is out of alignment, your desires remain distant, no matter how hard you try to force them into existence. To bring your desires into form, you must first align your vibration with the feeling of already having them. If you desire abundance, you must first feel abundant. If you seek love, you must first feel love. If you long for peace, you must first embody peace. The energy of what you want is already available to you. It is simply a matter of matching your vibration to it. This is where the real work begins. Not in the vision itself, but in how you feel about it. You can visualize all day long, you can repeat affirmations, you can make endless to-do lists, but if your vibration is not in alignment with your vision, you will struggle to manifest it. Vision without vibration is like a body without a soul. It lacks the energy necessary to bring it to life. The power of vibration lies in the fact that it is what the universe responds to. The universe does not respond to your words or your actions alone. It responds to your energy. When you align your vibration with your vision, the universe has no choice but to bring it into form. Imagine a radio. You cannot hear a particular station unless you tune it to the right frequency. If the dial is on the wrong station, no matter how much you want to hear the music, it remains static. The same is true for your desires. If your vibration is out of sync with the frequency of your desire, it remains out of reach. But when you adjust your vibration to match the frequency of your desire, it comes into focus, it becomes clear, and it begins to flow to you effortlessly. This is why so many people struggle with manifesting their desires. They focus solely on the external aspects, the how, the when, and the what, without realizing that the first step is to align their vibration. They are trying to manifest from a place of lack, of fear, of doubt, and wonder why their desires never materialize. To align your vibration with your vision, you must begin by feeling what it would be like to already have it. If you desire wealth, feel the abundance in your life right now. If you desire a loving relationship, feel the love within you and radiate it outward. If you desire health, feel the vitality coursing through your body right now. The more you can feel the vibration of your desires, the more quickly they will come into form. It is not enough to visualize or affirm your desires. You must feel them as if they already exist. When you embody the vibration of your desires, you align yourself with the flow of the universe, and the universe responds. This is the missing piece for many who struggle with manifestation. They try to create from a place of separation, as if their desires are something they must attain. But your desires are not separate from you. They are already a part of you, and your job is not to acquire them, but to align your energy with them. The more you embody the vibration of your vision, the more quickly it will be reflected in your reality. So begin today. Take a moment to close your eyes and feel the vibration of your desires. How would it feel to already have them? What emotions would fill your heart? What sensations would fill your body? Allow yourself to truly experience these feelings, and as you do, know that you are aligning your energy with the very thing you seek. This is the first step in manifesting your dreams, feeling them as if they already exist. And in doing so, you unlock the door to a reality where everything you desire is already on its way to you. When you align your vibration, the vision will follow. It is the foundation of creation, the unseen force that turns dreams into reality. Remember, It is not the vision alone that manifests, it is the vibration that powers it. The more you align with that vibration, the more effortlessly your desires will appear. Chapter 13. The Myth of Luck. You've been told that some people are lucky. You've seen others seemingly glide through life, effortlessly attracting opportunities, wealth, and success, while you struggle to make progress. Perhaps you've even wondered why certain people seem to have everything fall into their laps, while you seem to work tirelessly without receiving the same rewards. But let me tell you the truth. Luck is a myth. What you've been taught to believe is luck is simply the result of alignment, awareness, and intention. The idea of luck feeds into the belief that some things are random, that certain people have an advantage over others for reasons beyond their control. It implies that life is a game of chance, and you're either dealt a good hand or you're not. But this belief only keeps you powerless. It keeps you trapped in the mindset that success is something that happens to you, rather than something that you create. Luck is not random. It is the product of a mind that is attuned to possibility. Those who seem to be lucky are not receiving the universe's blessings because they have some divine right to them. They are receiving because they are vibrating at a frequency that attracts opportunities, experiences, and outcomes that align with their desires. What you call luck is simply alignment with the flow of life. Luck is also an illusion of separation. It gives the false impression that there is a force outside of you that determines your fate, making you feel like a victim of circumstance. It distances you from your own power and leaves you believing that success is not in your hands. This belief keeps you stuck in the cycle of hoping, waiting, and wishing for something outside of yourself to change while ignoring the incredible power you already hold within. So, how does this alignment work? It starts with your mindset. The way you see the world directly affects how you experience it. People who appear to be lucky are those who operate from a place of abundance, a place of trust that everything they need is already on its way. They align their thoughts, their energy, and their actions with the belief that life is constantly supporting them, that the universe is always conspiring in their favor. When you live with this awareness, you begin to notice synchronicities, opportunities, and blessings that were always available to you, but were previously overlooked. When you believe in luck, you wait for things to happen, hoping for the best, wishing for random events to line up in your favor. But when you release the myth of luck, you step into your true power. You become a creator of your own reality. You recognize that what you perceive as luck is actually a byproduct of a clear intention, a focused mind, and an open heart. The more you align with your desires, the more you attract those desires into your life. You stop waiting for life to give you something you hope for, and you start creating the reality you want to experience. Luck also has a way of distorting perception. It tells you that the people who are lucky somehow deserve it more than you, or that they are in the right place at the right time. But success is not about timing. It's about resonance. It's about being aligned with the energy of what you want. When you are aligned with the energy of abundance, love, or success, you naturally draw those things into your life. The real key to creating your reality is not waiting for a stroke of luck, but becoming the vibration that attracts it. Think of it like a magnet. A magnet doesn't wait for the metal to come to it. It radiates a magnetic field that pulls the metal toward it. In the same way, you must become the magnet for your desires. When you become aligned with the frequency of success, when you believe that opportunities and abundance are already on their way to you, you start attracting the very things you thought were lucky. It's not about chance, it's about your energy being in alignment with what you desire. Now, let go of the myth that life is a game of chance. The truth is, the universe is always working in your favor, always responding to your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs. What you perceive as luck is simply the result of consistent alignment. When you align your thoughts with your desires, when you step into a state of gratitude, trust, and abundance, you begin to see that life is not random. It is a reflection of your inner world. In the end, you create your own luck. You are not at the mercy of fate or random circumstances. You are the creator of your reality, the one who shapes the experiences you draw into your life. The more you align with this truth, the more opportunities will flow to you effortlessly, and the so-called luck will follow. Stop waiting for life to surprise you. Begin creating it yourself. The universe is always ready to deliver. It's simply waiting for you to align with the infinite potential that is already within you. Chapter 14. Timelines and Trust. There is a rhythm to life, a cosmic dance that moves at its own pace, weaving everything into its perfect place. Yet, as humans, you often find yourself impatient, pushing against the current, wanting things to happen now. You question why your desires haven't manifested, why things are moving slower than you expected. You may wonder if you've done something wrong or if the universe is holding back what's meant for you. But the truth is, the timing of your life is not something to control. It is something to trust. The universe operates on its own timeline, one that is always aligned with your highest good. But you must learn to surrender to the timing, to trust that what is meant for you will come at the perfect moment, not a moment sooner, not a moment later. This is the essence of divine timing, recognizing that everything unfolds in its own time, even if that time is not what you envisioned. You see, the mind wants things to happen quickly, wants instant results, and often compares itself to others, measuring success by external markers or timelines. But the soul, your higher self, knows that true growth and transformation take time. The seeds you plant today may take days, weeks, or even years to sprout, but that doesn't mean they aren't growing. It simply means the time is not yet right for them to bloom. And in the waiting, in the unfolding, you are being shaped and prepared for what's to come. This isn't about passivity or resignation. Trusting divine timing means continuing to move forward with intention, continuing to align yourself with your desires, but doing so without attachment to when or how they will manifest. Trusting the timeline of the universe means you know that each step you take is a step toward your goals, even if the path isn't always clear. The journey is just as important as the destination. There will be moments when doubt creeps in, when impatience rises, when you feel like things should be happening faster. But in those moments, remember this: you are exactly where you need to be. You are not behind. You are not stuck. You are exactly where the universe has placed you in this moment, and everything is unfolding as it should. The universe, in its infinite wisdom, knows the perfect timing for everything. It knows when you are ready for your desires, even if you don't. It knows when you have learned the lessons you need to learn before the next step is revealed. Your impatience, your pushing, only delays the process. Trusting divine timing means surrendering the need to control, surrendering the need to rush, and instead embracing the trust that everything is unfolding as it should. This trust is built on faith. Faith that the universe has a plan for you, even if you can't always see it. Faith that the delays, the waiting, the uncertainty are all part of the process of preparing you for the fullness of what is coming. When you trust that everything is unfolding at the perfect time, you release resistance. You stop fighting the flow, and in doing so, you create space for your desires to come to you effortlessly. So, in the moments when doubt arises, when you feel like things aren't moving fast enough, remember this: your desires are not lost. They are simply on their own timeline, one that is perfectly aligned with your growth. Your job is not to force things to happen, but to trust in the process. Every experience, every delay, every lesson is preparing you for the next step. Trust that the universe has your back, and trust that it will deliver what is meant for you at the perfect time. You are not running out of time. You are exactly where you need to be. Trust the process, trust the timing, and allow the universe to guide you. It is moving you towards something beautiful, something beyond what you could imagine. The universe knows your heart's deepest desires, and it is orchestrating everything in perfect harmony, with perfect timing, to bring them into your life. Trust it, and allow yourself to relax into the flow of life's timing, knowing that what's meant for you will never pass you by. Chapter 15. Alchemy of Contrast. You've encountered obstacles, haven't you? Moments when everything seems to be working against you, when life throws challenge after challenge in your path, testing your resolve. Perhaps you felt frustration, anger, or confusion, wondering why things aren't flowing the way you imagined. And in those moments, it's easy to feel defeated, to question whether your desires are truly possible. But what if I told you that these very challenges, these moments of contrast, are not obstacles at all? What if I told you that they are the sacred tools of transformation, guiding you toward the very thing you desire? The truth is, contrast is not your enemy. It is the alchemy of creation. Just as the blacksmith hammers and shapes the metal in the fire to form something new, so too do life's contrasts shape and refine your desires, helping you clarify what you truly want. Each challenge, each setback, is not a sign of failure, but an invitation to refine your vision, to redefine your path, and to align more deeply with your true desires. When you experience contrast, whether it's a painful breakup, a financial setback, or a dream that doesn't unfold as you expected, it's easy to view it as something that's hindering you, something to be avoided. But in reality, contrast serves as a mirror, showing you what you do not want so that you can become crystal clear on what you do want. In the same way that a sculptor shapes a statue by chipping away at the excess stone, your desires are being refined, clarified, and sharpened through the contrast you experience. This is the gift of contrast. It forces you to ask deeper questions. It compels you to turn inward and examine your beliefs, your values, your desires. It challenges you to stretch beyond what you thought was possible and step into a new version of yourself, one that is more aligned with the highest version of your dreams. Contrast provides you with the opportunity to grow, to expand, and to redefine your relationship with what you truly desire. When you face contrast, instead of fighting it, embrace it. Ask yourself, what is this contrast teaching me? It is not a punishment, nor is it a sign that you're on the wrong path. It is simply the universe's way of helping you refine your desires, to show you more clearly the road you're meant to walk. Without contrast, there would be no clarity, no direction. Without challenge, there would be no growth. The greatest transformations in life often arise from the most challenging experiences. Think of the caterpillar, confined to the safety of its cocoon. It struggles, it fights, it appears trapped, yet within that struggle lies the very process of its metamorphosis into a butterfly. The contrast of the caterpillar's existence, the constriction of the cocoon, is what forces it to break free and take flight. The same is true for you. It is the pressure, the friction, the challenge that forces you to evolve, to refine, and to emerge stronger, clearer, and more aligned with your purpose. Each contrast in your life is part of the divine dance of creation, guiding you toward the realization of your highest potential. Embrace it as the alchemist embraces the fire, for through it you are being purified. You are being molded into the person capable of receiving the very things you desire. When you understand this, you no longer see contrast as a setback. You see it as an opportunity to grow. It is not something to be feared or resisted, but something to be welcomed. Contrast is your teacher, your guide, your ally in the process of creation. It clarifies your desires, sharpens your focus, and helps you align with the true essence of what you want. So the next time life presents you with a challenge, ask yourself, what is this contrast showing me? What am I being called to refine, to release, to grow into? Instead of seeing it as a sign of failure or frustration, recognize it for what it is. The alchemy of transformation, the sacred process of becoming more aligned with your highest truth. Embrace the contrast, trust the process, and allow it to shape you into the person capable of receiving everything you desire. Through the fires of contrast, you will emerge stronger, clearer, and more ready to manifest the life you are destined to create. Chapter 16. The Invisible Contract. There are forces at play in your life that you may not even be aware of. Hidden agreements, unspoken contracts that your soul entered into long before you even understood the concept of choice. These invisible contracts have shaped your experiences, your relationships, and your perceptions of the world. You may have thought of them as mere happenstance, coincidences, or just the way life works. But I'm here to reveal a powerful truth. Nothing in your life is by accident. Every person you meet, every challenge you face, every situation you encounter has been orchestrated by invisible agreements made by your soul. These are not mistakes or random events. They are the exact outworking of what you agreed to before you even incarnated. You may resist this truth at first. You may feel anger or frustration at the challenges you've faced, the hardships that have shaped your journey. But know this: these are not punishments. They are opportunities, invitations for growth, for understanding, and for transformation. Your soul, in its infinite wisdom, signed contracts that would guide you through the experiences necessary for your highest evolution. These contracts were not made to keep you trapped or bound. They were made to free you, to wake you up to your true power. But how do you recognize these contracts? How do you uncover the agreements that are silently shaping your life? It begins with awareness. Look at the patterns that have repeated in your life, the people who continually show up, the circumstances that seem to follow you. These are the echoes of your soul's agreements. Perhaps you've felt stuck in toxic relationships, repeating the same patterns of hurt and disappointment. Or maybe financial struggle, self-doubt, or even physical challenges have been recurring themes. These patterns are clues. They are the contracts you made that are still in effect, playing out in your reality. The truth is that these contracts are not inherently bad. They are not here to harm you, but to teach you. They are the lessons you came to learn, the growth you came to experience, the relationships that have hurt you, the setbacks that have challenged you, and even the moments of pain. These are the very catalysts that have been guiding you toward your freedom. The key to breaking free from these old contracts lies not in resisting them, but in understanding them. Once you recognize the pattern, once you understand the purpose behind the contract, you can choose whether to continue it or to release it. Releasing these contracts is an act of profound liberation. It is a conscious decision to step out of the roles you have played for so long, to free yourself from the agreements that no longer serve your highest good. This is not about erasing the past or pretending that the experiences haven't happened. It is about seeing them for what they truly are: opportunities for growth that have run their course. When you are ready to release these invisible contracts, the universe will respond by aligning you with new experiences, new opportunities, and new people who are in harmony with your true essence. The process of releasing these contracts is one of conscious awareness and intentional choice. It begins with a deep inner knowing, a quiet understanding that the old agreements no longer serve you. The next step is to acknowledge them, to thank them for the lessons they have brought, and then to consciously release them. This can be done through prayer, meditation, or simply through the act of stating your intention. I release all contracts that no longer serve my highest good. I choose freedom. Once you make the decision to release these old contracts, you begin to step into a new reality, one where you are no longer bound by the past, no longer limited by the agreements you once made. You are free to create a new path, one that is aligned with your true desires, your true purpose, and your highest potential. Your soul is constantly evolving, constantly growing, and it will continue to sign new contracts, agreements that align with your ever-expanding self. The key is to stay conscious, to stay aware, and to remain willing to release what no longer serves you. As you do, you will create space for the new agreements that are in perfect alignment with who you are becoming. So, look at your life today. What agreements are still at play? What patterns continue to show up? Recognize them for what they are, agreements that you can choose to release at any time. The power is in your hands. You are the one who can rewrite the contracts, change the terms, and create a life that is fully aligned with your highest vision. Step into your power. Let go of the contracts that bind you and embrace the freedom that comes with creating a new path, one that is in perfect harmony with your soul's true purpose. Chapter 17. Money as Conscious Energy. Money is not what you think it is. It is not just a piece of paper, a coin, or a digital number on a screen. It is not an external force that rules over you, that you must chase and struggle to attain. Money is energy. It is a form of consciousness that flows through you and into your life, a reflection of the frequency you emit. And until you recognize this truth, you will continue to struggle with it, believing that money is something outside of yourself, something you must fight for, earn, or beg for. The energy of money is neutral. It is neither good nor bad. It simply responds to the frequency you send out. If you are vibrating with feelings of lack, scarcity, or fear, that is what you will attract into your life. Money will remain elusive, just out of reach, because it is simply reflecting the energy you are holding within. On the other hand, when you align with the energy of abundance, when you begin to feel worthy of receiving, open to giving, and grateful for what you already have, money will flow to you effortlessly. It will move with ease, just as energy flows freely in the universe, unhindered by resistance or fear. What you must understand is that money is a mirror. It reflects your relationship with abundance, with your own worthiness, and with the flow of life itself. When you are in alignment with abundance, when you trust that the universe is abundant and that there is enough for everyone, money flows easily and naturally into your experience. It is a direct reflection of your beliefs and your energy. The beliefs you hold about money are powerful. If you believe that money is hard to come by, that it is scarce, or that you are not deserving of it, that belief will be reflected back to you. The universe will match your energy, sending you experiences and opportunities that align with your thoughts about money. But when you shift your beliefs, when you begin to see money as a natural extension of your energy, as a form of exchange that is available to you, you will begin to see it flow into your life in unexpected ways. Money, like all energy, must flow. It cannot be hoarded, it cannot be restricted, and it cannot be controlled. It must move freely, just as the breath moves through your body, just as the river moves toward the sea. When you try to hold on to money out of fear, out of scarcity, or out of a sense of lack, you are creating resistance. You are stopping the flow. But when you allow money to flow through you, when you release your grip on it, knowing that it is always available, knowing that there is more where it came from, you create a channel for it to return to you tenfold. This is the paradox of money. The more you give, the more you receive. When you give freely, whether it's your time, your energy, or your resources, you are sending out a powerful signal to the universe that you trust the flow of life, that you trust in abundance. And in return, money will flow to you, not because you forced it, but because you allowed it to come naturally. Giving opens the energetic channel, and in doing so, you become a magnet for the very energy you are sending out. If you want to change your relationship with money, you must change your relationship with energy. Money is simply a form of energy that is shaped by the thoughts, feelings, and beliefs you hold. It is not separate from you. It is a reflection of your inner state, and it responds to the frequency you emit. So ask yourself, what is your current frequency? Do you see money as scarce or abundant? Do you feel worthy of wealth and prosperity? Do you believe that there is always enough? The truth is, money is just one of many forms of energy available to you. It flows in abundance, just like love, just like opportunity, just like everything else in life. When you stop seeing money as something outside of you, when you begin to recognize that it is simply an energetic exchange, you will begin to see it show up in your life in ways that will surprise you. Release the struggle, release the fear, open yourself to the flow of abundance. Trust that money, like all energy, is simply a reflection of the state of your consciousness. When you shift your energy to one of abundance, gratitude, and trust, money will naturally flow toward you. The more you trust the flow, the more money will flow into your life, and the more you will be able to use it as a tool for creating the life you desire. Remember, money is conscious energy. It is not something to be feared, chased, or controlled. It is a natural part of the abundant flow of the universe. When you align with it, when you release resistance and trust in the flow, it will come to you effortlessly. The energy of money is always available to you. Simply tune into it, align with it, and allow it to flow freely into your life. Chapter 18. Relationships as Resonance. Your relationships are not random. They are not merely the result of chance encounters or coincidences. They are reflections of your own inner state, mirrors that reveal the vibrations you are sending out into the world. The people you attract, the dynamics you create, and the way others treat you are all a direct reflection of how you see yourself. how you feel about yourself, and how you engage with the world around you. Every relationship you have, whether with family, friends, romantic partners, or even strangers, is an energetic exchange. Relationships are not simply about shared experiences or physical closeness. They are vibrational connections. You are constantly emitting an energy that calls to others, and that energy determines the people who are drawn to you. When you are vibrating at a certain frequency, you attract people who resonate with that frequency, whether consciously or unconsciously. If you find that your relationships are filled with conflict, drama, or dissatisfaction, it may be time to look inward. The relationships you experience are mirrors, reflecting the energy you are holding within. If you feel unworthy, unloved, or disconnected from yourself, those feelings will be mirrored back to you in your interactions with others. On the other hand, when you feel love, respect, and appreciation for yourself, those same qualities will be reflected back to you by the people you encounter. This is why the most important relationship you will ever have is the one with yourself. How you view yourself, how you treat yourself, and how you speak to yourself are the foundation upon which all other relationships are built. If you constantly criticize yourself, feel inadequate, or neglect your own needs, you are sending out a vibration of lack. And that vibration attracts people who mirror that lack. People who may criticize you, neglect you, or make you feel unworthy. But when you begin to love and respect yourself, when you honor your own needs, desires, and worth, you shift your frequency. You begin to attract people who reflect those same qualities, people who love and respect you for who you truly are. This is why healing and transforming your relationships starts with healing and transforming your relationship with yourself. If you want to experience love, kindness, and respect in your relationships, you must first cultivate those qualities within yourself. You cannot expect others to give you what you are not willing to give to yourself. When you are in alignment with your own worth, when you honor and love yourself, you will begin to notice that the world begins to mirror that back to you. But relationships as resonance are not limited to the people around you. They also extend to your relationship with your environment, your work, your finances, and even your health. Every aspect of your life is a reflection of your internal state. If you feel stagnant, unfulfilled, or disconnected in any area of your life, it is simply a sign that your vibration is out of alignment with what you desire. The moment you raise your vibration, change your thoughts, and begin to treat yourself and your life with love and respect, you will see the shifts. Your environment will reflect that new energy, and you will begin to create the life you've always dreamed of. But be patient. Just as you cannot expect instant results when planting a seed, you must give time for the shift to take root in your life. The energy you send out into the world does not change overnight, but with consistent self-love, self-care, and positive thinking, you will begin to attract relationships that mirror the love and respect you have for yourself. Remember that your relationships are not just about what you receive, they are also about what you give. The energy you put into a relationship is the energy that comes back to you. If you give with love, respect, and kindness, you will receive those same qualities in return. If you give with fear, insecurity, or desperation, you will attract those same energies from others. You have the power to create the relationships you desire simply by changing your own vibration and how you show up in the world. Start today by checking in with the relationships in your life. How do they make you feel? Are they a reflection of the love and respect you have for yourself? If not, what can you do to shift your own energy? The more you raise your vibration, the more your relationships will naturally align with your highest desires. Trust that the relationships you are meant to have will come into your life when you are ready, and when you are in alignment with the love, respect, and worthiness you deserve. Chapter 19. The dimmer switch of belief. Your beliefs shape your reality. They are the lenses through which you see the world, the filters that determine how you experience everything around you. You have beliefs about yourself, about others, about the world, about success, about love, about money, about what is possible, and those beliefs, whether conscious or unconscious, are the driving force behind every thought, every action, and every outcome in your life. But what if I told you that your beliefs are not set in stone? What if I told you that you have the power to adjust them, to shift them, to dim or brighten them, just like the switch on a light? Most of the time, you operate on autopilot, believing that the way you see the world is the only way to see it. You are unconsciously locked into a pattern of beliefs that are not even yours, beliefs that were passed down to you by family, society, and your experiences. These beliefs are like a dimmer switch. They control the intensity of your light, the brightness of your experience, and without realizing it, you have been living in a dimmed version of your life. You've been allowing your beliefs to limit you, to hold you back from reaching your full potential. But now, the time has come to turn that dimmer switch up. The truth is, your beliefs are not facts. They are not truths set in stone. They are simply interpretations of reality, shaped by past experiences, fears, and conditioning. And the moment you realize this, the moment you recognize that your beliefs are malleable, that they are not fixed, you gain the power to change them. You are not doomed to live according to the beliefs you've been taught. You are free to choose new ones, beliefs that empower you, beliefs that expand your possibilities. Start by becoming aware of your beliefs. Pay attention to the stories you tell yourself. What do you believe about money, about success, about your worth, about your ability to achieve your dreams? The beliefs you hold about these things will directly influence the actions you take, the opportunities you allow, and the results you experience. If you believe that success is hard to achieve, you will subconsciously sabotage your efforts because your belief system is not aligned with the idea that success is available to you. If you believe you are not worthy of love or abundance, you will repel those things because you are vibrating at a frequency that contradicts your desires. Now, think of your beliefs as the dimmer switch. When you hold limiting beliefs, you are operating at a low frequency in the dark, where your potential is obscured. But when you begin to shift your beliefs, when you start to believe that you are worthy, that success is available to you, that love and abundance are your birthright, you begin to turn that dimmer switch up. Slowly, the light of possibility begins to shine brighter, and your life begins to expand in ways you never thought possible. The more you adjust the dimmer switch, the more the world opens up to you. This process requires patience and awareness. Changing your beliefs is not an overnight task. It is a gradual, conscious shift that happens over time. It starts with small, consistent changes in how you think and how you speak to yourself. Each time you catch yourself in a limiting thought, ask yourself, is this belief serving me? Is this thought helping me create the life I desire? If the answer is no, you have the power to replace it. Replace it with a thought that aligns with your desires. Replace it with a belief that supports your highest potential. With each new empowering belief, you turn the dimmer switch up a little more, allowing your light to shine brighter. The more you practice this, the more you will notice the shift in your life. Opportunities will begin to appear where there were once obstacles. Your relationships will begin to reflect the new empowered version of yourself. Your actions will be aligned with your true desires, and you will begin to see the results of your new, brighter vibration. Your beliefs shape your reality, and your reality reflects your beliefs. You have the power to dim or brighten the lights in your life, simply by adjusting your beliefs. If you find yourself in a dimmed version of life, it is not a permanent state. The dimmer switch is in your hands. Adjust it slowly but surely, and watch as your reality shifts to match the light you now allow to shine. You have the power to illuminate your world. Trust that you can turn the switch and step into the brilliance that is waiting for you. Chapter 20. The Spacious Now. You are constantly rushing, aren't you? Always looking ahead, always anticipating the next step, the next milestone, the next goal. Life is a series of tasks, of to-do lists, of deadlines. You're living in a perpetual state of future orientation, always chasing what's next, while missing what is happening right in front of you. The truth is, you have forgotten the most important moment of all, the moment that is happening right now. The present moment is the only true moment you have. The past is gone. The future is not yet here, but the present is where life is unfolding. And yet, so often, you rush through it, looking for the next thing, the next destination, the next achievement. You believe that happiness is in the future, that fulfillment is something you will attain when you reach the next goal, when you have more money, when you find your soulmate, when you achieve success. But the truth is, fulfillment and happiness are not found in the future. They are found in the now. The present moment is spacious. It is the only place where you can experience the fullness of life, where you can truly feel alive. When you are present, when you are fully engaged with the now, you are connected to the infinite possibilities that exist within this moment. But when you are constantly looking ahead, you close yourself off from the vast potential of the present. You miss the beauty that is already around you, the subtle synchronicities, the small joys, the magic that happens when you truly let go of the need to control and simply be. Being present means letting go of the constant need for more. It means releasing the pressure to be somewhere other than where you are. It is about understanding that the present moment is enough. You do not need to do anything, achieve anything, or acquire anything to experience the fullness of the present. The present moment is already complete, already whole, already perfect. But being present requires a shift in perspective. You have been conditioned to think that doing is the way to achieve. You've been taught that success comes from action, from striving, from achieving. But true success, true peace, true joy comes from being in harmony with the present moment. It comes from stepping out of the endless cycle of doing and simply allowing yourself to experience the fullness of now. When you are fully present, you stop living in the if-only mindset. If only I had more money, if only I had a different job, if only I was in a different relationship. The if-only mindset keeps you trapped in the future, always waiting for something outside of yourself to change before you can feel good. But the present moment is not waiting for something to change. It is already whole. It is already full of the peace, the love, and the abundance that you are seeking. In the present moment, you can choose to stop chasing. You can choose to stop seeking and start being. You can choose to experience life as it is, in all its beauty, its messiness, its unpredictability. You can stop judging yourself for not being where you think you should be. You can stop comparing yourself to others, wondering why they seem to have it all together. The only moment that matters is the one you are in, and in this moment you are enough. This is not to say that goals, dreams, and visions are unimportant. They are important, but they are not the point. The point is that you have everything you need right now to experience peace, joy, and fulfillment. When you are present, you are aligned with the flow of life. You are not resisting what is. You are not trying to force what is not yet. You are allowing life to unfold, trusting that everything is unfolding in perfect timing. The spacious now is where all possibilities exist. When you let go of the pressure to get somewhere, you open yourself up to the infinite potential of the present. You stop fighting against the current, and instead you flow with it. You begin to trust that the universe is guiding you, not to some far-off destination, but to the unfolding of the present moment. And in that unfolding, everything you desire will come to you naturally, effortlessly, when you stop chasing it and simply allow it to be. In the spacious now, there is no rush, no pressure, no need to be anywhere other than where you are. When you stop looking ahead, you begin to see the beauty that surrounds you. You begin to feel the peace that resides within you. You begin to live, not as someone seeking to escape the present moment, but as someone who is fully alive in it. So take a deep breath and settle into this moment. Release the need to go somewhere else, to do something more. In this moment, you have everything you need. The spacious now is where all life happens, and it is enough. Chapter 21. Consciousness creating itself. You have always been told that you must create your reality, that you are the master of your fate. And in many ways this is true. You have the power to shape your world, to manifest your desires, and to create the life you envision. But here's the deeper truth. You are not creating reality from the outside in. You are creating reality from the inside out. You are not separate from the universe. You are the universe expressing itself through the lens of your unique consciousness. You are both the dreamer and the dream. You are the painter and the canvas. And the moment you realize this, the moment you recognize that consciousness is creating itself through you, everything shifts. The universe does not exist separate from you. It is not something you are separate from, something you are trying to control or manipulate. It is the energy that flows through you, and it is through your perception, your consciousness, that reality is born. You are not observing the world from a distance. You are the very experience of the world unfolding. Your consciousness shapes everything you see, hear, feel, and experience. The external world is merely a reflection of the consciousness within you. This is a profound shift in perspective. You are not a passive observer of life. You are the creator of it. And not just in the way that you think you create, but in the deepest, most fundamental way possible. Every thought, every feeling, every vibration you experience shapes the very fabric of your reality. You are, in essence, the universe's instrument of expression. The world around you is a reflection of what is happening within you. As you shift your internal state, your thoughts, your emotions, your beliefs, you shift the entire structure of your reality. Think of it like a wave in the ocean. The wave is not separate from the ocean. It is the ocean expressing itself in a particular form. In the same way, you are the universe expressing itself through your unique consciousness. Every experience you have is the universe coming into being through you. This is the paradox of existence. You are both the creator and the created. You are the field and the force that moves through it. This understanding brings an incredible freedom. When you realize that you are not separate from the world around you, when you understand that the universe is flowing through you, you let go of the illusion that you must control or manipulate it. Instead, you align with the flow of life, allowing yourself to be a vessel for creation. You no longer struggle against the current, fighting to force things to happen. Instead, you surrender to the truth that you are the creator, and everything you need is already within you. It is through your consciousness that the universe experiences itself. Your thoughts, your feelings, your beliefs are the brushstrokes that paint the canvas of reality. You are not bound by your circumstances. You are the one who is creating them. When you embrace this truth, you shift from being a victim of your circumstances to being the creator of your experience. The more you align with your higher consciousness, the more you step into your power as the creator of your reality. But this power does not come from effort, force, or control. It comes from alignment. It comes from recognizing that the universe is already within you, already flowing through you, and that your job is simply to align with that flow. You are not here to struggle against life. You are here to be a conscious participant in it, to allow yourself to be a clear channel for the universe to express itself through you. And this is where true freedom lies, in the realization that you are not a separate entity trying to force reality into shape. You are the reality itself, the consciousness through which the universe unfolds. You are both the dreamer and the dream, the creator and the creation. The moment you step into this knowing, everything changes. You stop resisting, you stop struggling, you stop seeking, and instead, you begin to experience the effortless flow of life as it moves through you, creating, manifesting, and unfolding in perfect harmony. You are consciousness creating itself. You are the universe becoming aware of itself through you. You are not here to create a separate reality. You are here to recognize that you are the reality, and the universe is unfolding through your consciousness. Let this truth sink deep into your being. You are both the observer and the observed. You are the creator, and you are the created. There is no separation, only a beautiful, ever-expanding dance of consciousness. The more you realize this, the more you align with the infinite power that already flows through you, and the more effortlessly your desires will come into being. You are the universe, dreaming itself into existence, and everything you desire is already on its way to you, unfolding in perfect time and harmony. Chapter 22. The Paradox of Effort. There's a common belief that in order to achieve anything of value, You must work hard, struggle, and push through obstacles. The idea is simple. If you want something, you have to earn it, sacrifice for it, and fight for it with all your might. But what if this belief is holding you back? What if the very thing you're trying to achieve doesn't require force but flow? What if true success comes not from striving, but from aligning yourself with the natural rhythm of the universe? This is the paradox of effort. We've been taught that in order to succeed, we must struggle. We push ourselves to the limit, believing that our worth is measured by how much we can endure, how hard we can work. But in truth, struggle creates resistance, and resistance creates blocks. When you are constantly fighting, you are not allowing yourself to flow with the current of life, you are swimming against it. The universe operates through ease and grace. It is a force that moves with rhythm, with timing, with flow. Everything in nature grows and evolves without struggle. The flower doesn't force its petals open, the river doesn't fight against the rocks, and the trees don't push themselves upward. They simply are, and in this being, they align with the natural flow of life. The same is true for you. It's not about avoiding effort altogether. It's about effort aligned with ease. When you align your energy with your desires, when you are in harmony with the flow of life, action becomes effortless. The right opportunities come at the right time. Synchronicities unfold, and the universe conspires to help you move toward your desires. Think about the difference between pushing and allowing. When you push, you are using force, expending unnecessary energy, and creating friction. But when you allow, you are trusting that the universe has a plan, and you are stepping into the flow of that plan. You take inspired action, not out of desperation or need, but out of alignment with your inner truth. This doesn't mean sitting back and doing nothing. It means moving with intention and purpose, but without attachment to the outcome. It means trusting that you are supported by forces greater than yourself, that the universe is always working in your favor. When you stop trying to control every aspect of your life and allow yourself to flow with the rhythm of the universe, everything falls into place. Consider the metaphor of a sailboat. You can steer the boat, you can set the sails, but you cannot control the wind. If you try to force the wind to blow in a certain direction, you will only waste energy and move nowhere. But when you adjust your sails to the natural wind, you move forward with ease. The boat doesn't struggle. It simply adjusts to the flow and moves effortlessly toward its destination. This is the way of the universe. The more you align yourself with the natural flow of life, the more you begin to realize that you do not need to struggle or fight to get what you want. Everything you desire is already on its way to you. Your job is not to push against the current, but to trust it, to flow with it, and to take inspired action when it feels right. It's time to release the belief that struggle equals success. It's time to stop equating hard work with worth. You do not need to sacrifice your peace, your joy, or your well-being in order to achieve your desires. You can have it all without struggle. All it takes is a willingness to let go of the need to control and trust that the universe is guiding you to exactly where you need to be. So how do you begin to embody this paradox of effort? Start by observing where you are exerting unnecessary force. Are there areas of your life where you're pushing too hard, where you're resisting the natural flow? Recognize these moments and choose to relax into the process. Trust that things will unfold at the perfect time. When you release the need to force, you make space for the universe to deliver what you've asked for in ways that are often far more elegant and efficient than anything you could have planned. True effort is not about forcing your will on the world. It is about aligning with the world's natural flow. The more you trust this, the less effort you will need to exert, and the more you will find that life begins to flow toward you, effortlessly guiding you toward your highest potential. In the end, the paradox is simple. True success comes not from how hard you fight, but from how deeply you trust. You don't need to struggle to create the life you desire. You need only to align, surrender, and flow with the current that is already carrying you.